What's going on, everybody? So today I have an exciting one for you. We are going to be going over all of the info about the December 14th major update. I try to compile all the official information from Blizzard, which, to be honest, is not much. And then I've also tried to go ahead and pick up all the data mines and all the side information that we received from the data miner in order for us to kind of figure out what we're going to be getting from the December 14th major update. There's a lot of info in terms of months gone by that we kind of forgot about or kind of maybe just left to the side. And with this being our third major update, we can get a lot of interesting things from this. So I'm going to speculate a little bit with all the information that we have. All right, so I want to start off with the Diablo Immortal developer Q&A series. This is going to set the stage for the rest of the video, giving us the most information directly from Blizzard, talking about the new major update. So starting us off, first thing, we're going to be able to challenge Helic bosses without leaving the raid, which is a very nice quality of life feature. Small one, but definitely helps for those of us that do all the raids every week. We also have a facial recustomization feature. Now, along with this, they said the ability to hide your character's helmet. It says we are already in thick of a production of this on this feature's implementation, so stay tuned. So for me, this seems like we're going to get the recustomization feature on December 14th, and the hide helmet thing isn't necessarily guaranteed, but potentially will be coming with the next major update. So let's hope for that. We also have the new changes regarding early to new players behind Server Paragon. Coming months, it says, which means it's not guaranteed to be December 14th, but it's very plausible that we could find some of these updates in there. That's going to be a drop rate boost for legendary and set items, which is going to be a massive, massive deal for any new players. And then also new server merges, potentially merging server merges that were already merged. I'm not sure if there's a bunch of servers left that haven't been merged, but it says they're going to continue to monitor server populations, and they may be doing additional server merges, even ones that were already merged before. On top of that, the biggest one that they've dropped in terms of directly saying there's going to be a big update is a new zone, Stormpoint. Stormpoint is going to expand the story of Diablo Immortal and introduce a new quest line. The new zone will provide players with the more farming opportunities, bounties, and unique zone-wide events. This is super important. As I mentioned when I went over this initially, the best farming locations in the game are Realm of Damnation, and that is also the newest zone. So it's very plausible that Stormpoint will also have some of the best farming locations in the entire game and some new zone-wide events that hopefully are better than the ones that we currently have in the game. So that's what we have from Diablo Immortal officially. We also have a few other things to go on. First off, this is kind of a sneak peek into the story. This is actually on the Chinese version of Diablo Immortal, basically the news, which is basically a sneak peek because the Chinese server actually gets all this stuff a little bit earlier. You can see this was actually released on the same day that the Q&A was released, but for China, they're way ahead of the game because they have a little bit of the story behind the scenes, which is pretty cool. If you guys want to read this up, I'll leave all the links to these in the description down below. And we also have another thing, which is a sneak peek in the previous update that was posted. You can see here, November 22nd. If we hop down to here, you can see there was an event, the Exalted Night limited time event from December 8th to the 10th, which hasn't really happened yet because as I'm recording this video, it's not quite December 8th. But it will unlock exploratory tasks that, if completed, will net you rewards to aid you in your upcoming voyage to the setting of our next major update. Then on December 14th, you can continue to combat evil blade first by completing additional tasks in exchange for helpful rewards. So December 14th looks like there's going to be an additional change to this event, hopefully something cool that's going to be active during the major update, which will be very, very interesting. Unfortunately, there might be something else in terms of bug fixes, but we don't know for sure, but hopefully there is. There's a lot of bugs to be fixed. But then we start diving into some things that could potentially be coming from the data mine perspective. The first things first is all the stuff that we mentioned about telluric pearls. They also had something in that video, which is the transmog, the universal slots, and the Halloween event, which hasn't, some of these haven't come. Specifically, the Cosmos orbs and the universal slots. The Halloween event and the 5-star crafting mechanic has already come to the game. So definitely these things are, I guess, somewhat real. We don't know when they're coming, but there's definitely a portion of this that has already come to the game and can very well be expected to come. The question is, are we going to get these Cosmos orbs or the Universal slots in the December 14th major update? I would say probably not. I think a lot of people aren't really interested in the transmog or the universal slots. The universal slots were like the secondary gear pieces where you can put in any gem, which could be potentially really, really strong if you want to stack a bunch of armor, pen, and damage. But who knows how they would have rolled that out. The second thing is we have all this content that was released, or the data mine was released a long time ago at this point, about a month and a half ago. The server merges has already come. The character face remake is what's already been basically teased, or at least confirmed by Diablo Immortal or Blizzard itself. The new Battleground mode. Now, this is something that I think is very, very likely to come in this next major update. The new zone and new Battleground seems like a very nice pairing. You're going to get a little bit of PvP action, a little bit of PvE action. People are waiting for this mode. A lot of people are waiting for this mode. Fishing minigame, probably not. I don't think this is on their top priority. And the new Tempest and Blood Knight class. This is something that I hope comes with the new major update as well. To me, the major update's got to be a big, heavy hitter. And the previous major update was all the warband changes, the Castle Sirengar, and I believe there was new legendary items in that as well. So to be honest, it wasn't like a crazy major update. So I'm not going to expect a crazy amount of things, but to me, a new Battleground mode and the new zone, which they've already confirmed, is a good major update. I would like them to sprinkle in the new classes as well. At least one of them. I think that could be a very, very nice addition. Spreading them out isn't a bad thing, but I do think adding one of them soon is going to be a good thing. The next one is a guaranteed thing that's going to be happening. Hero's Journey is going to be resetting on December 14th. I've already went over this, but definitely going to want to finish this off if you haven't already. If you can, because some people just can't. It's an RNG mechanic, but it's going to be resetting for some free legendary crests. We also have this, which was released in November 13th, about a month ago as well. This is something that I'm most excited about. Now, here's the thing with this. I'd love for this to happen in the major update, but my prediction, along with things that are guaranteed to come, is that zone, all that stuff, character recustomization is guaranteed to happen, and I think they're going to pair that with a new Battleground mode and potentially a new class. I don't know if this is going to be coming out in the same major update, but I would love if this came out, because adding the ability to progress your legendary items and your legendary attributes of the legendary equipment is such a fun mechanic, and I think is a very, very nice way for people to kind of feel that they're progressing their character. So I really hope this comes. And then we have the last thing, which is all the hell stuff. Challenge rifts, new equipment, new legendary gems, and more content. Along with this is going to be the new Paragon trees. You can see that even the data miner said the major update's on December 14th, 2022, which is kind of what we knew. And you can see all these legendary gems are just already gems that are in the game. There isn't like a hidden visual data mine that they found. This is just a graphic that he created. So these aren't the actual legendary gems, but I could definitely see new legendary gems coming in the major update and potentially new equipment upgrades with the Health 6. I think Health 6 with new equipment upgrades and a new zone would be kind of very indicative of a good major update, because it would encourage people to explore the new zones. It makes sense to me that they would add Health 6, a new Paragon tree, and new equipment upgrades with the new zone and new Battleground. Because if they add a new zone, all the players that are interested in progressing their character doesn't change anything for them. Who cares about new storyline? Who cares about a new zone if they can't progress anything? So adding Health 6 and being able to enter Health 6 in the new zone and new equipment upgrades past rank 20 would be very, very interesting. And then, of course, new legendary gems. I could very easily see them add 3 new legendary gems in the major update upcoming. So that's pretty cool. But that's pretty much it for everything that we know, or everything that we can think about that's going to come with the December 14th major update. I'm pretty excited. It is going to be happening here in the next week or so. So definitely stay tuned for any updates that I might pick up. And of course, if you guys want to, be sure to sub to the channel if you guys want to find out any information like that. And I'll see you all tomorrow.